Myself, Rasika Pagaria from Araham Junior College. In last lecture, we completed the chapter 2. Now, today we are going to study chapter 3, that is demand analysis. Chapter 3 is divided into two parts, that is 3A and 3B. Right now, we are going to study chapter 3A, demand analysis. In that, we are going to study introduction to demand, meaning, definition, market, individual and market demand schedule, types, determination, law of demand, exception to the law of demand, variation in demand, and then your question answers will be answered. So, before starting this chapter, let us know what is utility. In short, in last chapter we studied about it, utility, its types, its features, then law of diminishing marginal utility, relation between marginal utility and total utility, relationship between price and marginal utility. We studied everything about the utility and how it is related. But in this chapter we are going to study demand. We are going to study first how demand and utility are related. Utility is the basic of demand. Utility is the basic of demand. Utility may generate a desire or a need to have a particular commodity, but utility on its own cannot generate demand for the commodity. So, demand analysis is concerned with consumer behavior. So, utility on its own cannot generate demand for commodity, but demand can generate. So, demand analysis is concerned with consumer behavior. Now, let's look at the meaning. Meaning, demand means desire. Desire is urge to have something, or in economics, desire will be backed by willingness to pay or an ability to pay for it. So, see, if I give you an example, like suppose a middle class man or a poor man wishes to buy a Mercedes, will he be able to buy? No, it would be just his desire, because it is not backed by willingness to purchase and not an ability to pay. So, it is just a desire, it won't create a demand. So, it is said that demand is equal to desire plus willingness to purchase and ability to pay for it. So, whenever you write the definition of demand, make sure you write this formula, demand is equal to, or else first write the meaning and then write the definition. Like meaning is demand means desire, desire is urge to have something, and economics, demand means a desire which is backed by willingness and ability to pay. After that you write demand is equal to desire plus willingness to purchase plus ability to pay. Okay. So, moving towards the next slide, that is individual demand schedule. Before moving towards the schedule, what is the demand schedule? Demand schedule is nothing, a tabular representation of the functional relation between price and the quantity demanded for a particular commodity. Like we can take any particular commodity, it can be a rice, sugar, wheat or some vegetable, it can be anything. A demand schedule may be either an individual demand or a market demand. So, let's look towards the individual demand definition. According to Benham, the demand for anything at a given price is the amount of it which will be bought per unit of time at that price. What did you understand? See, at a particular price you will buy a particular commodity at that time. जैसे मैं बोलूँ 10 रुपये में एक पर्क आती है और 10 रुपये में एक डेयरी मिल्क भी आती है, बट लुक एट द साइज, व्हाट यू विल सी, पर्क का साइज बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ा है एंड डेयरी मिल्क इज इन स्मॉल साइज. बोथ आर ऑफ 10 रुपीज़. व्हाट यू विल बाय मोर ऑफ पर्क. यू विल से, जिनको ऐसे साइज का रहता है कि नहीं मुझे बड़ा वाला ही चाहिए, आई लाइक थिंग्स विच आर बिगर इन स्मॉल, व्हाट यू विल डू, बट ऑब्वियसली इज गोइंग टू बाय द पर्क. सो individual demand is the quantity of a commodity demanded by a consumer at a given price during a given period of time. सिर्फ उसी पर्टिकुलर टाइम में वो कितना बाय करेगा, इट्स ऑल अबाउट दैट. सो individual demand schedule is nothing but a tabular representation showing different quantity of commodity that an individual will demand at a particular price at a particular time. This can be explained with this schedule. So there is a schedule in front of you. Look at that. See, price of the commodity X. Here they have taken it as a X. If we can take a sugar or anything. So see, when price is rupees 10, quantity demanded is 1 kg. When price is reduced, the quantity demanded is increased. See, when it is price of the commodity is rupees 6, quantity demanded is 3 kg. When the price of the commodity is 4, quantity demanded in kg is 4 kg. When the price is minimum, that is 2 rupees, quantity demanded of commodity X is 5 kg. See, through the schedule, what we come to know, as the price decreases, demand increases, right? So there is an inverse relationship between price of a commodity and quantity demanded. जैसे अभी during Diwali and all, what happens? The price of oil and all, everything increases, which we need to make that faral and all. What people do? They buy in advance, right? So that थोड़ा सा पैसा कम हो जाए. एकदम से जैसे अभी किराना स्टोर्स में what due to lockdown, immediate lockdown, what happened? Some kirana stores, what they did? They increase the price of certain commodity, right? क्यों? उनको पता था मैं दाम बढ़ाऊंगा तब भी लोग खरीदेंगे, भले क्वांटिटी कम में खरीदेंगे बट लोग खरीदेंगे क्योंकि उनकी मजबूरियाँ थी. व्हाट दिस वेजिटेबल मार्केट एंड ऑल, व्हाट दे डिड, उनके पास लिमिटेड सब्जियाँ ही रहने की, बट दे यूज टू सेल एट एनी प्राइस. डू यू रिमेंबर व्हेन द फर्स्ट लॉकडाउन वाज देयर? जब फर्स्ट लॉकडाउन हुआ तब फ्रूट्स एंड वेजिटेबल्स के दाम वेर टू हाई. They kept it too high and people also buyed at higher prices. Why? Because they don't know. Lockdown अभी 21 days lockdown चलेगा, कब खुलेगा lockdown और आगे मिले नहीं मिले, no one knows. So even people buy that fruits and vegetable at unreasonable rate. They kept rate at too high. So if we arrange this graphically, what you will see, demand curve slopes downward from left to right. See, on y-axis we have kept the price and on x-axis quantity demanded in kg. See, if you point on a graph, what you will see, for 1 kg 10 rupees is the price, for 2 kg 8 rupees is the price, for 3 kg 6 rupees is the price, for 4 kg 4 rupees is the price, 5 kg 2 rupees is the price. So if you plot it on a graph, what you will see, the demand curve is sloping downward from left to right. So what we come to know is there is an inverse relationship between the quantity demanded and price. जब price बढ़ती है तो quantity demanded reduces. When price are more, quantity demanded is less. But when price reduces, people demands the more. This was all about the individual demand schedule. Now we'll move forward to the market demand schedule. See, what is market demand schedule? Market demand schedule is nothing but a tabular representation of the market. It is the total demand of a commodity from all the consumer at a given period or at a given price during a given period of time. Market demand schedule is a tabular representation showing different quantity of commodity which all commodities consumers are prepared to buy at a various price over a given period of time. See, if you look at the table, what you will come to know, market demand is the total demand for a commodity from all the consumer at a given price during a given period of time. See, if you draw it on a schedule, see, I have kept, there are 3 consumers. We have assumed here 3 consumers, that is A, B, C. See, when the price is rupees 10, consumer A will demand 5 kg, B will demand 10 kg, C will demand 15 kg. If we add up that, like 5 plus 10 plus 15, we will get the 30. Market demand is 30. Now price is reduced to 8. What happened? consumer A will demand 10, B will demand 15, C will demand 20. Total market demand is 45. Now I have reduced price to 6. What will happen? Consumer A will demand 15, B will demand 20, C will demand 25. That is equal to 60. Now when the price is reduced to 4, consumer A will demand 20, B will demand 25, C will demand 30, and the total market demand would be 75. If the price of the commodity is 2, that is minimum, then consumer A will demand 25, B will demand 30, C will demand 35, and the total would be 90. From table, what you can say is, as the price is reduced, the market demand goes on increasing, right? What we saw in individual demand, same thing we are looking here in market demand, but that was at the individual level, and this we are looking at the market level. See, जब price maximum था 10 rupees, market demand was 30, and when the price of the commodity is 2 rupees, the market demand is 90. That is the maximum and the price is the minimum. If we plot this on a graph, what we will see? See, like on y-axis we have plotted price, and on x-axis we have written the quantity demanded. Quantity demanded is like 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and price is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So first one, see, for when the price is rupees 10, what is the market demand? 30. When price is rupees 8, market demand is 45. When it price is 6, it is 60. When the price is 4, total market demand is 75, and when price is 2, it is 90. If we plot it on a graph, we will see the demand curve. See, DD is the demand curve, and the demand curve is sloping downward from left to right. This was all about the market demand schedule. I hope it's clear about the individual demand schedule and market demand schedule. Now moving towards the next point. Now we should know the reason why the demand curve slopes downward from left to right, right? This is an important question as per exam point of view, so please learn it properly. और एग्जाम में ऐसे भी पूछते गिव रीज़न वाई डिमांड कर्व स्लोप्स डाउनवर्ड फ्रॉम लेफ्ट टू राइट. सो दिस आर द रीजन्स: लॉ ऑफ डिमिनिशिंग मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी, इनकम इफेक्ट, सब्स्टिट्यूट इफेक्ट, मल्टीपर्पज यूज एंड न्यू कंज्यूमर. Law of diminishing marginal utility. What does law of diminishing marginal utility increases? The utility decreases as we go on increasing the stock of a commodity and vice versa. देखो जैसे हमने बोला था, एक ग्लास पानी पिया, आई एम सेटिस्फाइड, 2 ग्लास सेटिस्फाइड, लेकिन क्या हो रहा है, मेरा डिमिनिशिंग रेट धीरे 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 कम हो रहा है. एक ग्लास when I drank 1 glass of water, my satisfaction was 10. For second glass, my satisfaction 8. For third glass, my satisfaction turned 6. But at last क्या होता है, marginal utility turns to be the 0. That would be the my point of satisfaction. But after that what happens? It turns to be negative. Marginal utility turns to be negative. Therefore, consumer turns to buy more when price falls and vice versa. This implies that demand curve is sloping downward. समझा? जब प्राइस कम हो रहा है तो कंज्यूमर ज़्यादा बाय करता है. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज द इनकम इफेक्ट. इनकम इफेक्ट इन केस ऑफ नॉर्मल गुड्स व्हेन प्राइस फॉल्स, परचेसिंग पावर ऑफ द कंज्यूमर इंक्रीजेस which is enable him to buy more of that commodity. This is known as the income effect. क्या होता है, मेरा इनकम आज बढ़ गया तो मैं क्या करूँगी, मैं ज़्यादा चीज़ें खरीदूँगी ना, जो मुझे पसंद नहीं है बट मेरे घर पे किसी और को पसंद है, वो भी चीज़ें मैं लेना शुरू करूँगी. क्यों? क्योंकि मेरा इनकम बढ़ चुका है. सो दिस इज़ नोन एज द इनकम इफेक्ट. नेक्स्ट इज सब्स्टिट्यूट इफेक्ट. इन केस ऑफ सब्स्टिट्यूट गुड्स, when the price of the commodity rises, the consumer turns to buy more of its substitute and less of that those whose prices increase. This is known as the substitute effect. जैसे अभी some people are addicted, किसी को नींबू शरबत लगता है, बट अभी ड्यू टू समर नींबू शरबत का अगर दाम बढ़ा दिया जाए क्योंकि नींबू महंगे मिल रहे हैं, what people will do, they will drink नीरा or they will drink sugar cane juice. हाँ, क्योंकि this is the effect of the substitute effect. This is known as the substitute effect. अगर उसका substitute कुछ है तो we will shift to that. अगर प्राइस बढ़ गया एक चीज़ का तो we'll shift to the substitute goods. Next is the multi-purpose use. Certain things are used for multi-purpose. Like when a commodity can be used for satisfying several needs, its demand will rise with the fall in price. Right? उसका क्या होगा, जैसे ही प्राइस गिरा अपन ज़्यादा यूज़ करेंगे. जैसे अपन बोलते हैं इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, अपन इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बहुत सी चीज़ों के लिए यूज़ करते हैं. बट अभी विंटर में भी अपन क्या करते हैं, बहुत लोग क्या करते हैं, एसी लगा के रखते हैं, क्योंकि मालूम है इलेक्ट्रिसिटी रिड्यूस हो गया है, प्राइस रिड्यूस हो गया है. हाँ ठीक है, समर में लगाते हो समझ सकता है. बट इफ़ यू आर यूजिंग दैट इन विंटर ऑल्सो, देन क्या होता है, प्राइस, अगर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का बिल जो आता है उसमें अगर प्राइस गिर गया, पर यूनिट प्राइस लगता है इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पे अपने को, व्हेन वी यूज़ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पर यूनिट पैसे लगता है. इफ़ दैट इज़ रिड्यूस्ड, व्हाट विल हैपन, वी विल यूज़ इट एनी हाउ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, राइट. बट इज़ इट फेयर टू यूज़ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी अननेसेसरीली? नो, एक्चुअली फ्रॉम nature's point of view it's wrong. So there are certain goods which can be used for multi-purpose. Even if price fall, people will use more of that for multi-purpose use. Now new consumer. New consumer कब होता है, न्यू क्लास कब आता है, when the price of the commodity, जैसे certain चीज़ के अगर दाम गिर जाए तो जो लोग अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते, even they will start buying that. So a new class of consumer will emerge in that. So this is known as the law of so this is the reason why demand curve slopes downward from left to right. First is the law of diminishing marginal utility. Second is the income effect. If the income increases, the demand will also increases. Then substitute effect, जैसे एक चीज़ का दाम अगर बढ़ गया है तो people will move towards its substitute goods. Then multi-purpose use. Certain goods can be used for multi-purpose. So even if the price is increased, people will buy more and more, or it will use the limited resources. New consumer, if price of certain goods are if the price of certain goods are reduced, then new consumer will come to buy that. Like जो लोग अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते, even they will come and buy that goods. So this is an important question, so learn it properly. Now we will move towards the types of demand. Types of demand are direct demand, indirect demand, joint demand, composite demand, competitive demand. What is meant by direct demand? It is demand by the consumer for goods which will satisfy their wants. They need it directly. We need, see, milk, we need it anyhow. Whatever cost is there, we are ready to pay for the milk because it is the basic thing. Food items, जैसे अपने को गेहूँ, चावल, अभी जैसे लॉकडाउन के पीरियड में गवर्नमेंट सबको गेहूँ चावल बांट रही है, क्यों? बिकॉज दिस इज़ द बेसिक नीड, दिस इज आवर बेसिक नेसेसिटी. सो डिमांड फॉर दिस गुड इज द डायरेक्ट डिमांड. दे सर्व डायरेक्ट कंजम्पशन नीड टू द कंज्यूमर. दे अपन कंज्यूमर क्या करता है, वो डायरेक्टली यूज़ करता है. थस इट डिमांड कैन बी कंज्यूमर गुड्स. फॉर एग्जाम्पल डिमांड फॉर क्लोथ, शुगर, दिस आर ऑल बेसिक थिंग्स. मिल्क, we need it directly. Next is indirect demand. Indirect demand is also known as the derived demand. It refers to the demand for those goods which are needed for further production. Hence, factor of production have indirect demand. See, in factory, they need some raw material. Even if we said we need to produce a cloth, they need cotton and other material. Do we demand cotton directly? हम क्या, do we go to farm and will buy the cotton directly? No, the producer who is producing the cotton clothes, he will buy the cotton from the farmer, he will process it and then he will produce the cloth. So there is an indirect demand for this raw material. It is a raw material for him, so there is an indirect demand. Do we demand directly the cotton and will produce it ourselves at home? No, we can't do that and is of no use. So demand for this good is indirect demand. Certain agriculture products and all, certain agriculture products, see, raw materials are used for everything. All industries are dependent on agriculture somehow anyhow. they are dependent on agriculture, so their demand is indirect demand. Now next is the joint demand or complementary demand. When two or more goods are demanded jointly for satisfying a single want, it is known as the joint demand. See, if I say I need to make a cup of tea, what I would need? I would need a water, milk, sugar, tea powder and all. I would need all this thing. Only with tea powder can I make a proper tea? No. So there is a joint demand or complementary demand. So all are related. For making tea, I need compulsory powder, tea powder. I need milk, sugar and water. Then only I can prepare a tea. फॉर एग्जाम्पल कार एंड फ्यूल. कार खरीद ली तो हो गया क्या काम? कार चलाने के लिए मेरे को उसमें फ्यूल डालना पड़ेगा ना. आई नीड टू पुट अ फ्यूल. विदाउट फ्यूल माई कार इज गोइंग टू रन? नो. So there is a joint demand. So they are related to each other and it is known as the joint demand. Next is the composite demand. The demand for the commodity which can be put to a several use is known as composite demand. मतलब एक ही चीज़ है but it has been using for many purpose. Composite demand. So we call it as a composite demand. Like water, we use water for many purpose. Electricity can be used for many purpose. So it is known as the composite demand. एक ही चीज़ है but it has been used as a multi-purpose use. We use electricity for all home appliances. We use electricity for running the TV, refrigerator, microwave, mixer, AC, fan, cooler. We use electricity for many purpose. So it is a composite demand. Next is a competitive demand. It is a demand for those goods which are substitute for each other. Like substitute for, ये एक दूसरे के लिए substitute है. Like instead of tea, I can drink coffee. Instead of sugar, like I am preparing something from sugar, but I know the rate of sugar is too high, but the rate of jaggery is low. What I'll do? I'll put jaggery in that instead of sugar. But I'll prepare that. That is a competitive demand. जैसे I gave you example of lime juice, lemon juice and the sugarcane juice. I know it is summer. People like to juice. लोगों को ऐसे ठंडा लिक्विड पीना बहुत पसंद करते हैं. So if I increase the price of the sugarcane juice, what people will do? They will drink lemon juice, they will drink Neera and vice versa. So it is nothing but a competitive demand. So today we studied about the types of demand. Now there are certain determinants of demand. What do you mean by determinants of demand? Price is a first determinant of demand. Second is the income. Third is the price of substitute goods, price of complementary goods, nature of the product, size of population, expectation about future prices, advertisement, taste, habits and fashions, level of taxation and other factors. Before moving to the determinants of demand, let us look what do you mean by determinants of demand. There are certain factors. These are the factors which will determine the demand for the product. जैसे डिमांड कभी कभी प्लस माइनस होती रहती है इन द मार्केट. वी सी समटाइम डिमांड फॉर सम गुड्स आर टू हाई, समटाइम डिमांड्स एकदम से कम हो जाती है. व्हाट ऑल आर दिस आर नथिंग बट द डिटर्मिनेंट्स ऑफ डिमांड. Determinants of demand plays an important role in determining the price. It all depends upon the income of the consumer. Before moving to the determinants of demand, what you need is to do is you need to study about the difference between individual demand curve and market demand. ये दोनों में जो डिफरेंस एग्जाम एज पर एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू डिफरेंशिएट बिटवीन इंडिविजुअल मार्केट एंड इंडिविजुअल डिमांड and market demand plays an important role. Now before, just have a quick look at the what we studied today. We studied about the utility, meaning of demand, then we studied about the individual demand, we studied about the market demand, then downward slope of the demand curve, like why demand curve slopes downward from left to right. We studied this 5 reasons plays an important role. So have a look at it properly and study it well. Now there are certain types of demand: direct demand, indirect demand, joint demand, composite demand and competitive demand. Now next, that is determinants of demand. We will be studying determinants of demand in the next lecture. Thank you.